Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. We're learning a lot about big data here today. Customer data and SME data is being generated at a greater rate than ever before. It's on social networks, it's on smartphones, perhaps here in Asia more than anywhere. It's on search engines. But the question is, what are you really doing with this data? Never before has there been such a disconnect between the availability of customer data and what financial institutions are taking advantage of. The best players are using this as an opportunity to enter into an increasingly fragmented market and grow quite quickly. We're working with some of these guys and they're making decisions at real time based on hundreds of thousands of customer attributes. Hi, my name is Mark. This is Oliver. We're the co-founders of DemystData. We help financial institutions take advantage of big data and actually translate it into action. To give you an example, we'll show you a credit in a box workflow. Imagine customers could give us a bare minimum about who they are: email address, social network connections, how much they want to borrow, and get pre-screened and steered towards the products that they're most suitable for. Well, because of the depth of an online footprint, this is now possible. Let's learn more about what's happening behind the scenes in order to enable this.
Thanks very much, Mark. So what we're going to do is take you through a bit more detail of how we actually are able to make these decisions. We had hoped to be able to do all of this in real time in front of you. Unfortunately, with a few internet connections, we've gone to our backup, so this is static. But I can assure you that this is all possible live and in front of you guys. But what we're doing here is the first stage, looking at the product recommendation. And essentially what our platform does is two things. First of all, it reaches out in real time to a wide range of different sources and pulls back a very detailed customer profile, just some of the attributes and a sample of which you can see here. I'd like to thank Jiamin T from Citi for being our volunteer guinea pig today. So this is the profile that we've been able to pull together from Jiamin. So that's great. That's a nice clean data set. Just think of all the time that you can save in terms of the background checks that you guys are doing. But how do you actually use this data? So up here on the top right of the screen, you can see an analytical model that we've developed and deployed that, based on this set of data, has been able to go out and predict which of the products that we displayed on the first page are most likely to be suitable for Jiamin. And the way that we're able to do that is by pulling not just the social and online data, but also pulling together data from your own internal systems as well, in order to be able to build out this very deep profile. So that's on the product recommendation side of things. But the second side of it is, aside from just giving, what is the most suitable product for Jiamin, wouldn't it be good if we could also pre-approve that product based on the risk profile of Jiamin? And so that's what we're able to do on this second screen. Again, on bare minimal inputs, the first name, last name, email, we are able to reach out to this very large, messy data set, pull together this customer profile, and then, using our patent-pending analytical model, which can crunch through thousands of transactions and attributes at any 1 second, predict, in this case, our Jiamin's propensity to default. So it's a 5 out of 10. Jiamin is an average risk, you'll be glad to know. Now, we've been using this tool and this platform in markets globally, be it from the US all the way out to here in Asia. But we're particularly excited about its applications here because this kind of information is online, it's available, it's very rich data sets about your customers, and yet at the same time, in many of the markets in Asia, the availability of formal credit data and other more traditional sources of data is very sparse. So this kind of platform could be an incredibly powerful addition to your underwriting and risk management processes.
So underlying this is a self-configured API platform in which our clients can bring together the best predictive insight about customers for different use cases. The impact for our customers in the US and the UK and here is the ability to reject far fewer applicants for credit and sometimes double their ability to accept customers at real time. And as Oliver mentioned, that's applicable to SMEs and people in emerging markets as well as developed markets. We went through the configuration of this API 12 months ago at Finovate New York, so feel free to review that. But needless to say, the platform is seamless and reasonably pain-free. So it's a self-learning process. You tell the API when customers are good and bad, and over time it gets more and more granular in terms of its ability to segment customers against certain use cases. It's painless to get started. There's an API-based platform that can be in virtual clouds as well as public clouds, and for just a few hours of configuration work and a nominal transactional fee, we can start achieving an ROI quite quickly to say, who is this person, what do we know about them, and are they a good customer to be engaging with? So there's lots of talk about big data, but we're here to help financial institutions actually use it. And we think that's all about customer-level data delivered at real time as you're engaging with customers. If you'd like to talk to us about a pain-free proof of concept, please come and visit our booth. There's also a sample toolkit online at DemystData.com that you're free to sign up for, and you get 1,000 free transactions, so you can have a bit of a play around with the technology. We'd love to learn more about what you're doing to harness big data, and we'd love to be part of that solution. Thank you.